regions of the world where chocolate is grown. The chocolate from South and Central America I preferred because my palate is typical of the American palate. Most Europeans like a more dark, bitter chocolate.
Yes.
Americans tend to like a rich, dark chocolate, not bitter chocolate. That's why Americans, we prefer milk chocolate, we prefer white chocolate. We typically don't like dark chocolate. So that's why I went to South and Central America. It's a closer trip too. And we got this rich, dark chocolate without bitterness. And then the problem that most of us have, certainly me with dark chocolate, I like something creamy in my mouth. I don't like a dry, brittle, and dark chocolate is usually dry, brittle, kind of sandy, kind of almost abrasive in your mouth.
The texture.
But our chocolate, because of this special cholesterol-lowering ingredient that behaves exactly like fat, and this is that ingredient. It looks exactly like fat. It looks like kind of like bacon grease, and it behaves exactly like fat. So this ingredient has the power to reduce the absorption of cholesterol by 30–40%.
Wow.
So and reduce the reabsorption of bile salts by 30–40%. So this ingredient, when you mix this ingredient with dark chocolate, the dark chocolate thinks it's milk chocolate. The dark chocolate becomes the texture of milk chocolate, but it retains all of the health benefits of dark chocolate, which are the only chocolate that really delivers an abundance of health benefits is dark chocolate. That's where those concentrated polyphenols are going to be found. So you get all the benefits of dark chocolate with my chocolate. You get a dramatic reduction in cholesterol, and it helps to reduce the risk of heart disease with my dark chocolate. And it is, and I always say, one of these days as an experiment, I'm just going to talk about Choco Nouveau, never going to talk about the heart health benefits. I'm only going to talk about how delicious it is, how creamy it is, how unique it is. It's so creamy and delicious, it has to go away in the summer because we can't stop it from melting. Dark chocolate is usually freely available in the summer. Why? Because dark chocolate is so hard and brittle, it doesn't melt. Our dark chocolate is like milk chocolate. It will melt in your mouth. It will also melt in your hands, not like the commercials. But that's why it comes in little foil wrappers. It's 26 calories a piece, but the joke is that I think if I never mentioned the heart health benefits, this would be a more popular product. Because I think the moment I talk about heart health, we all dismiss it. Oh, it's like healthy. It's like broccoli. It's not going to taste good. So, which I happen to like broccoli.
Me too.
But our dark chocolate truly is the best tasting dark chocolate. I'll grab some reviews here. It truly is the best tasting dark chocolate you'll ever encounter. It's a 26 calorie square. If you're worried about sugar, don't. Because we have less sugar in our squares. If you had 26 calories of celery, it would have more sugar than this square.
Right.
If you had 26 calories of cucumber, blueberries, apples, whatever it might be, it'll have more sugar than this square. So our 91%, we could label it as being sugar-free. That's how low it is in sugar. It's less than half a gram of sugar, less than 1/8 of a teaspoon of sugar in the 91%. So I make this as if you were making it. I make sure that it gives me the rich flavor of dark chocolate without the bitterness. I make sure we do it without giving you a bunch of sugar. And I make sure you get all the protective compounds you want. And then, whether you want it or not, whether you like it or not, it's going to lower your cholesterol. So it's fine for children. It's not a drug. If you're taking a cholesterol-lowering drug, it's fine to be taken. You're only going to get even better numbers. So whether you care about cholesterol or not, this is going to be the best chocolate experience. So it's a great gift for the holidays. Even if the person you're giving it to doesn't care about cholesterol, it's just a little benefit they're going to get.
It's funny because, Andrew, you've kind of tickled me inside when I think what you've said. It's so true. It's the minute that we say that it helps to lower cholesterol, people think, oh, well, it can't possibly taste good. Here's the thing. Maybe the better question is this. Hands up at home, anybody that likes chocolate. Do you like chocolate, or your loved one, or the kids? Whoever just put their hands up to say they like chocolate, you're gonna love this. Not because it's chocolate, because it's the tastiest chocolate in the world. Gourmet chocolate, yeah. Fair trade chocolate, yeah. Truly the best of the best. Creamy texture, melts in your mouth, is moreish but satisfying in these little individually wrapped packets. You can't beat the flavor. Now, if I could give you some advice, there's the 66%, 74, and 91% cacao. So that's the strength of the chocolate, as it were. If you're a milk chocolate fanatic and that's all you like, go for the 66. That's what I normally go for. The sweet spot and the most popular is the in-between at 74. And if you've always enjoyed dark chocolate, then go for that 91. It is decadent and luxurious on the tongue. You will love, love, love the taste. This holiday time, as friends and family come to visit, let's put some Choco Nouveau out, because it's an icebreaker. It gets people talking. It's something new and different. And then you can kind of hit them with the, oh, by the way, it's the healthiest chocolate in the world and will help lower your cholesterol. If you want the largest size, I just want to quickly show you on the pricing, because it really is amazing. There's 180 servings for $89.90. You put that up against 180 pieces of gourmet chocolate in the store, and you cannot beat it. That saves you 70, and of course there's the 120, 60, 30, or 10. If you just want to try it, be our guest. If you're nervous about going for the larger sizes because it is new to you, remember, everything comes with our extended return policy. So you can try it. If you don't love it, send it back. Last thing I'll say is this. 2,500 reviews, nearly 2,000 of them are perfect 5 stars. And Andrew, when you first set out on this mission to do this, in your wildest dreams, I mean, that is an amazing result.
But, well, and you really need to think about what an amazing result that is. Americans typically don't like dark chocolate.
Right.
Americans prefer milk chocolate. Americans prefer even white chocolate to dark chocolate. So to think that 80% of the reviews are 5-star reviews for a dark chocolate that lowers cholesterol, it just underscores, and one of the most common reviews that you'll read is, I normally don't like dark chocolate, but this is the best chocolate I've ever tasted. That again, that normally dark chocolate is too bitter for me, but.
Right.
So this truly is, and I say it with the utmost of trying pride and humility. My parents tried to raise me to be a humble person. But this really is the best chocolate that I started. I searched the world for the best dark chocolate. So that was someone else's great creation that we got from these organic fair trade growers in South and Central America. Someone's incredibly wonderful creation. We then took that wonderful dark chocolate creation, and I tasted varieties, hundreds of varieties from Africa, hundreds of varieties from Asia, from South and Central America. So I just found what was objectively, I thought, the best chocolate, and I tasted it blind. So until I over and over and over again selected the same chocolate blind, not knowing what I was tasting, I wasn't certain yet until I had the best. When I had the best, then I added the cholesterol-lowering ingredient, and all that did was take the best dark chocolate and make it an even better dark chocolate with the texture of milk chocolate. It didn't take anything away from it. All it did was improve it. So again, forget that this is going to dramatically, significantly lower cholesterol. It puts oatmeal and oat bran to shame in terms of its cholesterol-lowering power. That's how powerfully it can affect your lipid levels, your cholesterol levels. But just think about, just simply as a chocolate experience, a 26-calorie delicious little treat after a meal that happens to be heart healthy, but even forget about that. And also, what we also need to remember, if you think about the healthy things we can do, if we think about, say, drinking green tea, if we think about red wine, and we think about the powerful protective compounds they contain, again, chocolate, dark chocolate, puts them to shame. So dark chocolate on its own is probably the densest source of protective compounds you can possibly consume on a daily basis. Our 26 calories low in sugar also lowers your cholesterol. So just if you want the best tasting chocolate in the world, here it is. And I swear I'm going to do this maybe in January or something like that. It's not going to be a monthly special, but I'm going to not talk about the heart health benefits and just see what happens when all I do is emphasize how heart healthy it is.
Get some, put some in your purse, put some in the drawer at work, have some ready for that little midnight munchies that you get when you get a little bit kind of craving something sweet. You will love, love, love this. Thank you for all of your orders on Choco Nouveau. We are heading over that away to the other side of the studio for our next item. Oh, look, we have another little friend. I love the little bows, Andrew.
Yes, that,
for the holidays.
I might not have chosen to put bows on them. that was, I think, Muriel's decision.
I was going to say, that's Muriel written all over right there. I love it. Oh, my goodness. Well, they're having a good old time.
They're having a great time. And I think in a few minutes, we want to walk around here. So before, because at the very end of the hour, we're just going to review the Today Specials quickly again. And so we're going to want to do a little bit of a kind of a walk around here to give a quick tour, because we are sitting in the factory where your vitamins are made. And I hopefully you're enjoying the fact that we want to show off where your vitamins are made. I'm proud of this facility. I'm proud of this factory. I think the only place your vitamins or anything that you put in your body should come from is a place that you'd be proud of, that someone else would be proud of. So that's why we do these shows. We usually do them 2 or 3 times a year, because it gives you an opportunity to really understand that 40 years ago, when I set out to make vitamins, I realized that if I wanted to make something different, I was going to be stuck making them myself.
Right.
That if I wanted to make something like everybody else with additives and binders and fillers and chemicals and allergens, then I would just have a contract manufacturer make it like everybody else does.
Right.
But if I wanted to make something different, if I wanted to make it responsibly and pure, that I would have to invest in creating a facility, a factory, and that's what we have here.
You've never taken the easy road, let's put it that way.
No, it was definitely the crazy long road, and some might say the wrong road, but over the last, say, it's been 40 years since I started my company, so I know I look far too young to be doing that. Kidding.
I was going to say.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was just about.
But no, I started the company 40 years ago, so obviously I'm not a spring chicken any longer. But it's something that I still feel like a spring chicken.
And you look like one.
But it's something that I'm proud of. That at each step along the way, our products are objectively, from an unbiased standpoint, they are made differently. Just if you look at the mere fact that our entire facility, you don't even want to know the amount of electricity that it takes, the millions of watts of electricity it takes to make vitamins, that we do it thanks to the sunlight is free. So we do it courtesy of sunlight. So we're environmentally, I couldn't imagine a company being more environmentally responsible than we are. In fact, we initially forced the vitamin bottle manufacturers to use post-consumer resin. Before, we couldn't get it. So all of our vitamin bottles are made from recycled plastic.
Fabulous.
We forced that process more than a decade ago. And I'm trying to figure out a way to even eliminate, even though we do something that's very unique, most of our products are purchased in 1 and 2 year supplies. Most other companies, it's in 1 or 2 months. So we eliminate every year we eliminate millions and millions of vitamin bottles because you prefer to get the larger size and the savings. I'm now trying to figure out how I eliminate the bottles entirely.
Right.
Giving you something that you'll have at home, that you might get your vitamins in a paper bag, and you'll empty it into a special vitamin bottle that you'll have at home. But I'm trying to figure things out. So we are not just the best vitamins in the world, but the most responsible vitamins in the world, thinking about things in ways that no other company even contemplates.
Always evolving for the better, and that's
trying.
what's exciting.
Yes.
Not a day goes by where I do not take Ultimate Friendly Flora. I know we don't have a lot of time, but this is an important subject, Andrew, that affects many, many people.
Yep, and this is a product that, is this Friendly Flora? It is, our Ultimate Friendly Flora.
Yeah.
That this is our highest potency version of our Friendly Flora. We recently reformulated the product. Again, our probiotics are not just about your digestive system, they're also about your immune system. And if you think you could get away with ignoring them, as most of us do, our food supply is sterilized. It doesn't deliver the probiotics that would normally come with it. But the probiotic organisms that live principally in our colon, those probiotic organisms that also populate all the other openings in our body, whether it's our mouth or nose or ears, our genitourinary tract, those probiotic organisms, they outnumber the cells in our body. So if you think they're not important, they are very important. They are our lifetime partners, and unfortunately, they're not terribly well balanced in the modern world. And the consequences we suffer are both digestive, immune system. So it's something that we all want to make sure that we pay attention to, because again, there's more genetic material that these probiotic organisms possess than we possess in the nuclei of our own cells.
Right.
So they outnumber us And that's how important they are to our digestive system function and to our immune system function. Our product follows the clinical science, the clinical studies. There's a lot of products out there. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of species and strains that you could select from. We make sure that we follow the straightforward clinical science to deliver to you the straightforward, the unqualified, the clear benefits of a probiotic product. And that's why this is another one of my products that's virtually perfectly reviewed. We just made it even more higher potency, even more stable, even better than before.
I invite you to check out the reviews online at hsn.com. Ultimate friendly flora, fabulous pricing, 30 to 180, and significant savings. We're heading over this way. And don't forget that tour of the facility is coming up soon, so stay with us. We're going to move into a segment kind of focused in on some winter blues that we all seem to get, because with the winter time comes with it a few unwanted side effects, and that might be dry skin, it might be dry nasal passages, it might be just irritation. A lot of us feel it. We have two products that are very important. Phytoceramides, regarded as an internal moisturizer. It's a beauty secret from the inside out. And we have our algal DHA, which is a plant-based omega-3 product. This is all about grabbing, capturing, retaining that moisture, which is so important. A way to guarantee that we kind of get through this winter time, and heaven knows it's only just gone into December, so we've got all December and January. I mean, there's many months to go where we need to make sure we're protecting ourselves. I want to take you through the pricing. Winter special on phytoceramides. When Andrew first kind of showed me and shared with me the importance of phytoceramides, I was blown away. I never really understood it. Now I cannot tell you. My wife Chelsea swears by phytoceramides. Here's what we're doing today. HSN normal price at $200 for the larger size. We're at $129.90. That saves you $70. And I'll get to the pricing on the algal in a few moments. But Andrew, winter specials, the dynamic duo, if you will.
We've never done this before, and this really was because I read all the reviews and I read all the correspondence and communication. I learn a lot of things, sometimes things I'd rather not learn, but I'd say 99% of the comments are nice. Every once in a while I get others.
For worse.
Yeah, it's the nature of the digital world. I'm good at being the overwhelming positive response is what I tend to focus on.
There you go.
So, but what I'd learned is that, of course, this time of year, and wherever we are, here we are in Henderson, Nevada, it's the desert, and even if it's cloudy and it seems humid in the desert, and it gets cool here, at night it gets into the 30s here or even cooler. So when you heat the air, wherever you are in the U.S., when you heat the air, you dramatically lower its relative humidity. That is why this time of year, especially outside, if you live in the Midwest or in the Northeast where it's quite cold, your skin gets extremely dry.
Dramatic.
And where I really notice it isn't so much my skin. I'll notice it in my throat.
Right.
I'll notice it in my nasal passages. I'll notice it in my sinuses. And what happens at night, we sleep, whatever, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours.
Yeah.
When we sleep at night, we breathe slowly and rhythmically, and we're breathing air that's probably right around 0% relative humidity. And what does that do? It dries out all the mucous membranes. It dries out all those tissues. It affects their health. It affects their viability as a good barrier to whatever we're worrying about, whether it's bacteria or viruses and things like that. Part of our mucous membranes working well is keeping them moist. So again, the system of moisturizing, it starts with our making sure we're well hydrated.
Right.
That involves drinking water. But this time of year, no matter how much water we drink, no matter how much tea or things we might do to be well hydrated, unfortunately, that dry air just is this persistent drying force that's drying out all of those tissues. So yes, this time of year, phytoceramides are interesting and exciting because of our skin. Yep. And yes, omega-3s, we'll talk about our algal DHA. We did something very special on that for this visit for the winter. That omega-3s are part of the way our body retains moisture. So how does this work? First of all, we deliver water to our body. Water naturally wants to evaporate. If you're in a very dry environment in the winter, water wants to evaporate quickly, very, very quickly. How does our body oppose that force, that evaporation? The first molecule on the list with the responsibility of making sure that the water doesn't leave our body quickly so that our skin stays moist and appears moist and our mucous membranes stay moist and the tissues of our eyes and the tissues of our sinuses and our passageways and our nasal passageways and things like that, that stay moist, that's phytoceramides. Phytoceramides are a very interesting fatty molecule, and their principal role in the body is retaining moisture. And it's a wonderful system. We understand that water and oil don't mix. It's that property that allows these oily molecules, these fatty molecules, to act almost like a plastic bag. So because the membranes are typically lipid bilayers, they hold on to the moisture inside. So phytoceramides, actually cholesterol a little bit as well, but phytoceramides are this incredibly effective molecule at holding on to that precious water that we have. And when it comes to our skin, it might be about vanity. But when it comes to the inside of our body, our lungs, our bronchial tubes, our nasal passages, our sinuses, our mouth, our eyes, it truly is precious, precious water. It's not just about vanity. It's about comfort. It's about health. It's about our very well-being. So phytoceramides are not just critical to have nice, healthy, appearing, radiant skin and to help combat wrinkles, and that's why it's such a popular product and such a well-reviewed product. But it's also doing that work for other tissues that we tend to neglect, but are really important, especially this time of year. And omega-3s, we'll talk about them in a moment. We'll talk about our algal DHA, but omega-3s are the perfect partner, the most important of the fatty acids. And again, as I said, the membranes in our body with the responsibility of holding on to that precious water, those membranes use the differential attributes of fat and water. They oppose each other. If you had a glass full of water, it would evaporate in a short period of time. If you just poured even just a tablespoon of olive oil on the surface of that water, guess what? It would evaporate much more slowly. Why? Because the olive oil would be protecting it. And that's exactly what your body uses phytoceramides and omega-3 fatty acids to do. It uses those opposing properties that they don't blend well with each other. Those fats actually exert a protective effect, and that's how we preserve the moisture of our skin. That's why phytoceramides are so exciting, but that's also how we retain the moisture that we need in our body. So the phytoceramides, just quickly, let's do, and shall we we move to the algal DHA?
Yeah.
And the other wonderful thing about these products is when you're talking about algal DHA, when you're talking about phytoceramides, this is an opportunity not just to make a profound difference in the appearance of your skin, but at a time of year when our sinuses, when our nasal passages, when our mouth, when our eyes, when internally we struggle to hold on to moisture because the outside environment is so harsh and dry. We all know this. If it's humid out, perfect example. When I'm in Florida at HSN,
yep.
I could take a shower, and if that towel could sit out for 2 days and it's still moist.
It's true.
When I'm here in Nevada, I could take a shower, an hour later, it's dry.
Yeah.
So the same goes for our skin, the same goes for, and think, we're breathing constantly.
Right.
And as we breathe, that dry air is coming in, it wants to take moisture with it. We know when we go outside in cold air, we see the condensation when we exhale. That's there all the time. Every time we exhale, moisture is leaving our body every single time. We only see it when it's cold out because of dew point and condensation.
Yep.
And when you're sleeping, and you're sleeping in that dry environment in winter, every breath you take, your skin is constantly losing moisture. That's where phytoceramides, and in this case, algal DHA, come in.
And if you'd like to order the phytoceramides and the algal, of course, winter special, so fabulous pricing, most benefits by getting both, $30 down to $360, fabulous pricing, $100 off on the 360. That's $100 saving. That's a small price, Andrew, for that one.
And well, that is a ridiculous saving.
It is.
It's kind of an opportunity. We only introduced algal DHA last year,
recently.
So it's an opportunity to experience it. The most important of the omega-3s is DHA,
okay,
followed by EPA. Our fish oil omega-3s, which of course are available at special pricing through the visit,
yeah,
our Max Essential omega-3 is 60% DHA, 40% EPA. Our algal DHA, algae focus on DHA. So it's 100% DHA that you're getting with this product, 250 milligrams. At that price, we've never done pricing like this. After this winter special, we will never again do pricing like this. So it's an opportunity to experience really omega-3s from their original source, yeah, because fish, as much as we think fish make our omega-3s, they don't. What fish do is they concentrate the omega-3 present in algae. Fish consume algae. They concentrate the omega-3 from algae. They convert some of it to EPA, and that's what we then enjoy. Unfortunately, the cheap supplements you see on the market, they convert most of it to EPA,
right,
which we want to have principally DHA, secondarily EPA. What you're getting with our algae, with our algal DHA product, you're getting the most important omega-3 for the brain, the most important omega-3 for the eyes, and you're getting the most important omega-3 not just for a cardiovascular system, but for your moisturizing system. Combined with phytoceramides, the two together, it's the best 1-2 moisturizing punch you could give your body during this challenging winter season.
Well, we have 5 today's specials coming up. Andrew, your lab coat is under there.
Okay.
I was made the protector of it for this visit. It's under, I think, on the top. We're going to take our tour of the facility, which we're excited about, and of course, after that, we'll go through our 5 today's special. Thank you, sir. Thank you. If you've always wanted to know what it's like behind the scenes, we are about to show you. Yes. Andrew, you've been here in Henderson for how many years now?
For about 23 years, almost the same exact time that I went from QVC to HSN in 1996. That was about the same exact time that we moved from Santa Monica to Henderson, Nevada. And part of it was the recognition. This is like an extra large lab coat. I feel like I'm going to go swimming in this.
They're quite big, aren't they?
Quite big.
They're roomy.
No, mine is a little bit roomier than yours.
We need to get it.
But I feel like the Hulk in this. But it was partly the recognition that in going to HSN and expanding our product line, we would never be able to expand our product line in Santa Monica, because the only way we could do so is doing what every other company does, and that means using additives.
Right.
And I refused to use additives. So in fact, at the time, we had even looked at moving to Austin, Texas. We had looked at moving to Florida. But those two locations had high humidity. So the desert here in Henderson, Nevada allows us to make all of our supplements without additives, 100% pure. So that's why we're here, and we've been here for 23 years, and we've expanded, and we're all solar powered. So it's been a fantastic move, a fantastic move.
You've tickled me with the size of these lab coats. Let's go before I start giggling. Okay.
It's like I don't have hands on me. So now we're out. This is our bottling production area.
Yes.
I often refer to this sort of as our clean production. All our production is clean. All our rooms are clean rooms. But here we're dealing with finished dosage forms. Right. We're dealing with capsules. We're putting them in bottles. As you can see here, someone's going to be getting a healthy hair, skin, and nail. So we're dealing with our healthy hair, skin, and nails. Behind us, we have some marine collagen peptides that are all bottled up that are going to be packaged up for shipment. But as we see here, everything we're dealing with here, this is all bottling or packaging. These are high-speed bottling lines that the bottles move through at a relatively high pace. We're actually going to be changing our labeling technology in the next couple of months, hopefully sooner rather than later. So that's getting to be changed, so that will become an automated process and no longer a manual process, the labeling. But here, as you can see, we have 2 bottling lines. We have our packaging machines. So it's an opportunity for us in a very, very discreet, clean environment to deal with, we're not dealing with any powders out there. Right. We're dealing with all finished dosage form and bottled product. So when we move to here, and the way the facility lays out, there's 2 sides to the facility. Right. So this side of the facility is really where powders and packaging and everything comes in. And on that side of the facility is where finished product leaves. Okay. So it's sort of a sandwich. The bread on either side is where things come in. On the other side where things leave. Right. The meat in between is where the work happens. Okay. Sort of makes sense. I like it. So right here is where the work happens. This is the room where, this is our sucrase. We didn't get to talk about it last night. We'll try to talk about it later today. Yes. Sucrase is our natural, we talked about it briefly last night. Sucrase is our natural stevia-based sweetener. Right. That sucrase doesn't contain the sugar that, even though they say they're sugar-free, even the artificial sweeteners, they all contain a gram of sugar. They all contain sugar. So our sucrase here contains no sugar. It contains an amino acid. It contains our non-GMO stevia. It's unlike any other sweetener in the world. So that's our packaging machine. That's going to be making our vitamin C. We're going to be doing a product like Emergency with no calories and no sugar. Yeah. That will be coming soon. We'll do that there. Okay. We'll have a green drink. Everybody's asked about a green drink. We'll be doing that there. All sorts of different products will be on that machine. Down here, I'll try to do this quickly. These are our small blenders. In the past, this used to be our large blenders, but these are now we consider our small blenders. And they're cylindrical blenders, and they basically tumble. As you can see, they're stainless steel. On the inside, they're almost mirror-like in finish. So everything we do, all the equipment we use, if you were in the most sophisticated pharmaceutical manufacturing facility, you would see the same kind of equipment. So everything we do, everything we use is all stainless steel. If I often jokingly say, if we were making over-the-counter drugs, not jokingly, we would be less heavily regulated. So the vitamin industry, everybody likes to say vitamins don't need to be FDA approved. Well, really, drugs aren't either. Once an ingredient is approved and accepted, you just have to make it according to the appropriate manufacturing practices. But when it comes to vitamins, we are all rigorously inspected frequently by the FDA. And actually, I like getting inspected because it's an opportunity for me to see if I'm doing things as I'm supposed to be doing them. Not only do I like to get inspected by the FDA, but we make sure that we get audited independently a couple of times a year.
Wow.
Now this is a large blender.
It's huge.
This is our 300 cubic foot blender. And part of the reason why over the years the costs of our products have come down is normally to do one blend on this would have taken 10 or 15 blends on our smaller blenders. Okay. Every time we do a blend, we have to do chemical analyses, we do assays, we do testing. So if you do one blend, it's now one assay, one test, one to make sure it's homogeneous and all that. Yeah. But if you were doing a dozen blends or 15 blends, it dramatically increases cost and reduces efficiency. Right. So this is, again, this is our smaller blender, but it's still 3 times, 4 times the size of anything we've had previously here before. This is a 150 cubic foot blender.
It's so smooth and so quiet.
And also, when you look at the tolerances in that room, and that's Matt Ryba, who built out this space, my buddy, and built out all these rooms. There's literally millimeters of tolerance in everything there. It's so tightly and carefully designed. And this is our powder filling room, where if you get our secure meal replacement in January, this is brand new. Yeah. So our very large containers of Secure for the Today Special. In January, you're going to see our new container, our new package, if we have, I don't know if we have a shot of that. Yeah, those are pouches for the 100 size. It's more efficient, and we judge everything environmentally. It's more efficient to do the 100 size in a pouch. Wow. So it's now going to be in a pouch. So that's our 100 serving size. So that's going to be coming in January. So as you can see, we're now packaging up our Today Special for January. And this is just a cool room where we'll often have a lot of like chocolate or raw materials that need to be stored at a special lower temperature because this is a refrigerated space. So we often have chocolate here, and certain of our raw materials, before we mix them in a product, we don't want them to lose any potency at all, so we store them at very low temperature. So
we talk about that a lot because normally in stores, product sits on the shelves for many, many months.
No. In fact, when we make our products, as you can see, we're only now starting to make the Today Special that's in 4 weeks.
Right.
So typically, I would say 2 months out from a Today Special, no products exist at all. Wow. So we make everything fresh for Today Special. Like these 5 Today Specials, we're not clearing out product. And this is our encapsulation hallway here. So you see all these rooms with like half a dozen doors on either side. Yeah. These are all different encapsulation rooms. Tomorrow I'll show how that machine works. Yes. That's our semi-automatic encapsulation machine. But all of these rooms, all the different capsules in terms of 2-piece powder fill capsules are all filled here. Up above from me here is where we make our soft gels. Okay. So our soft gels are things like our Max Essential Omega-3, our vitamin K2 MK7, our astaxanthin, our Max L plus E. So those are the things that are made into liquid soft gels. This is a cleanup area here. So it's in between the 2 spaces. This is an area where we bring all our product, we clean them, and then they go back to their work. So when you finish making a capsule run of, say, vitamin K2 on the soft gel machine, or you finish making a capsule run of, say, Essential 1 on a 2-piece machine, that machine gets broken down, taken apart, and basically reassembled as new for the new product. That's how everything is done. Well, it's just what you need to do if you're going to be a responsible manufacturer. And those are the standards that when FDA comes and inspects us, or when we get inspected by, say, Underwriter Laboratories, UL, we get inspected a couple of times a year. Those are the sorts of things that they look for, that we have to have documentation on all of that for every production run, for all our activities. And here, as we see, we're now approaching back from our bottling lines from before. So how are we going to get back in?
We're trapped, Andrew.
So again, we're back in our bottling space. We left the space that is more of the powders, and sort of what I consider the more raw production. And this is really the finished production here. As we look out at the space here, these are just all bottling lines. We had the powder fill bottling line back there, which we prefer to keep that in that space. Even though it's bottling, you're dealing with loose powder. So I really want it in that confined space there, where we do all sorts of dust collection, because we collect all the dust and all the material. And here's where we do our bottling. And now the puppies are waiting for us.
And every machine, every light, everything I see is being powered by the sun.
Everything powered by the sun. In fact, I know, Link. Guys. I know, buddy. I know, guys. I know.
Goodness. But it's a welcome party.
As you said, everything's powered by the sun. And also, I don't know, Link, more than a decade, I think, more than a decade ago, we made our entire facility LED. So we have always been more efficient in terms of how we light our facility, and eliminated the incandescent lights, which even in the desert is kind of a two-edged sword. When you use a typical incandescent light, and then that generates heat. So then you have to use more air conditioning to cool the space from the heat the light's generating. So LEDs tend to be cool. LEDs generate much more lighting and illumination with much less energy. So we did that long ago. So we've taken steps for a couple of decades. I installed my first solar panels here over 20 years ago. So we have had zero carbon footprint for a couple of decades, long before it was fashionable. And so it's just something that I feel it's incumbent upon me to not just make the cleanest supplements in the world without additives, 100% pure, but to also be clean in how we make them, to not make a mess of our planet and our environment any more than, I wish, as I say, I'm a little vitamin company. I just wish big companies would invest the same way I did. They certainly have more resources than I do, but it was a decision that I made, and I think it was an excellent decision. I would make it again if I was given the opportunity. So I hope bigger companies will make as responsible a decision as I've made in terms of making their products responsibly.
Well, it is all of these decisions which has propelled Andrew Lessman to be HSN's #1 brand, most beloved brand, most well-received brand, most reviewed brand, most customer picks brand of them all, and we're proud to be here. If you're just tuning in on this very special afternoon, it's Andrew's final visit of the year, and we have 5 today's specials. We are stopping down, doing today's specials that have not been seen in some cases for many, many years, and shining a light on some products that are absolutely at the top of our list of must take. One of those is vitamin K2 MK7. If you do not take this, we want to share with you why it's important. It works as a traffic cop, as it were, putting the calcium that we're getting where it needs to be. So we're benefiting in the maximum possible way, but we're making sure it's going where it needs to go as well. It's very important. Vitamin K2 MK7 is going to breathe new life into the way that calcium is absorbed into your body. We want to certainly take you through the pricing. We will get to vitamin D3. We're all not getting enough vitamin D3. We're going to solve that problem today, and then we're going to, of course, talk about our calcium, magnesium. If you want vitamin K2 MK7, here is the sizing. We're looking at a wonderful, 720 caps. We were saying that's going to be a 2-year supply for $99 and change. So you're saving more than you're spending tonight, Andrew.
And there isn't normally a 360 capsule supply. Right. There won't be a 360, there's normally not a 720 capsule supply. 360 is the normal large size. So the 720 will go away at midnight tonight. But what's amazing is the 720 capsule supply today is $30 less than the normal price of the 360 capsule supply tonight.
Right.
So the $720 is a great savings. Even if you just look to get another 360 capsules, it's basically what, $30.
Right.
So, but again, even on the large size, for an ingredient that normally is exceedingly expensive, I just wanted to make this, and HSN worked with me to do this. I wanted to make what's normally an expensive product exceedingly affordable. You only need to take 1 capsule a day. We increased the potency from 100 micrograms to 120 micrograms, so it's even more higher potency, yet it's by far the lowest price ever. And we're talking about the lowest price ever, yet it's 720 capsule supply, so a little more than a dime a capsule. So when you do the math for $99, that's it's roughly $4 a month.
Right.
To get the most sophisticated vitamin K2 supplement out there. This has nothing to do with vitamin K1. Vitamin K1 is about blood clotting. The benefits that come from vitamin K2 MK7 are not available in supplementing vitamin K1. They are not, unfortunately. I wish they were, but they are not. Vitamin K2 MK7 is an entirely different molecule. Its name is entirely different. Its mechanisms are entirely different. Those benefits are not available from vitamin K1. If you care about your skeleton, you need to care about vitamin K2 MK7. If you care about your cardiovascular health, your vascular health, your arterial health, you need to care about vitamin K2 MK7. Even this month, although, with all due respect to them, it was kind of a poorly written article, but the fact that it exists underscores the importance of what I'm talking about, is that even Consumer Reports, and I don't consider them a bastion of knowledge when it comes to nutrition and nutritional science, they talk about the importance of vitamin K. The importance of vitamin K to our skeletal health, our bone health, our cardiovascular health, our vascular health, so our arterial health. So it's starting to get out there. I'm used to the fact that it takes about 20 years for the science that I talk about to really get picked up in the general information, what they call the lay literature. So it usually takes about 20 years. It took longer than that for glucosamine and chondroitin, took longer than that with CoQ10, took longer than that with omega-3s, with EPA and DHA, took longer than that with lutein and zeaxanthin. But with vitamin K2 MK7, I've only been talking about it for about 12 or 13 years.
Right.
So that's pretty good. I think we're actually making good progress. But it doesn't change the fact that until it gets picked up, there are so many tens of millions of people that are losing an incredible opportunity to make a difference, and affordably today, a little bit more than a dime a capsule to make a profound difference. And whether it's just making sure you get your calcium on a daily basis, whether you're getting it by diet, and you never ever supplement calcium, you still need to be concerned that the calcium in your bones, the calcium from your diet, is not ending up in your arteries or calcifying other tissues. That needs to still be an awareness. And vitamin K2 MK7, to my knowledge, is the only natural tool. It's like if we identify a natural problem, it just takes a little bit of looking, and we always can find a natural solution. It's not as if Mother Nature gives us a problem without there being some solution to that natural problem. And when it comes to calcium, in its dual role, calcium is vital to the strength and integrity of our bones. We can't think, gosh, I don't want tissues to calcify, so I'm not going to consume calcium and magnesium. That will end up with, everybody will end up with osteoporosis and osteopenia if we never consume calcium or magnesium. So we need those vital minerals. They need to be in our skeleton for the integrity and strength of our skeleton, but it also comes with a potential issue, and that's calcification of secondary tissues like our arteries, like our heart valves, like our aorta, most important vessel leading out of our heart. So if we want to ensure that those tissues don't calcify, vitamin K2 MK7 is the only ingredient that I am aware of, pharmaceutical or natural, that has science and clinical studies that confirm that benefit.
Andrew, wasn't it, excuse me, on vitamin K2 MK7 that you were reading the science about, and you used the word reversing?
Yeah, it says, well, what they talk about in the research is literally reversing, there's the clinical science I was reading, reversing stiffening of arteries so it says de-stiffening. I'm not sure if that's a word, but they used it. De-stiffening, reversing the stiffening, reversing calcification. So that's an exciting opportunity that vitamin K2 MK7, because what it really does, it deals with the movement and mobilization of calcium, certainly in the bones. It stimulates the cells in our bones that create new bone tissue, and it tends to diminish the stimulus of the tissues that are breaking down bone tissue. It also then tends to stimulate the movement of calcium away from tissues where calcification has taken place. So what it does, it sort of shifts the equilibrium and favors the deposition and the utilization of calcium in our bones, and disfavors its deposition and its utilization in tissues that shouldn't contain calcium, like our arteries. So it's something that the science has been exciting to me for over a decade, but it's something that I seem to be certainly you'll go do some research, you'll find some products online and things like that. You find some people talking about it, but no one's spending abundant amounts of time out there really making a point talking about this. And for the first decade I talked about this, it wasn't based upon an interest, because the product wasn't popular. It's taken a decade of my talking about it to create some popularity. Certainly it's still only marginally as popular as things like omega-3s and our CoQ10 and other things like vitamin D, but it's getting there. And it really needs to get there, because I can't think of a more underestimated, a more neglected area of nutritional focus than vitamin K2 MK7. Vitamin D now gets its focus, vitamin B12 gets its focus, CoQ10 does, glucosamine, chondroitin, even collagen peptides do. People are crazy excited about collagen peptides. But vitamin K2 MK7, it's as important or more important than any of those, but it still is, I'm the boy who cried wolf. It's still not getting the attention it deserves.
For many of us who've watched Andrew for 10, 20, 30 years, you can see the enthusiasm and the importance of this product, and that's why we're shining a light on it. If you're not currently taking a vitamin K2 MK7 supplement, you need to. I mean, there's no other way. I don't know how else to phrase it. You need to. I wrote it down, and this is the last thing I'll say. This is word for word one of the most important vitamins you could supplement. That was from Andrew. Here's the pricing before we swiftly move along. Final presentation for this afternoon anyway, 30 down to 720. Please bear in mind that 720 is a 2-year supply, down from $230 to under $100, so you're saving more than you're spending. That's why most people are ordering that.
And it's a good one, too, because we might not do this as a Today Special next year. This is one that sometimes there aren't that many Today Specials. We're playing catch-up in December, making up for the Today Specials we missed this year. So there's 5 of them we're doing right now. Also, if we didn't have the capacity right here to make more, the vitamin K2 MK7, that would have already been spoken for. The vitamin D3, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, that would have been already spoken for. So, so those 2 products, CalMag, we're still okay on. But again, we'll just have one more presentation this evening at, what is it, 8 p.m.?
Yes.
8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and that's going to be it on all of it. So hopefully we have enough product to last us through the evening when it comes to vitamin K2 and the vitamin D3.
So we'll move, I believe, on to vitamin D3 right now and kind of spend a little bit of time here. 1,000, 2,000, and 3,000 IU. Nobody spends more. It's that same low price for all the options. This is important because we are not getting enough. And you talk about long-ranging, long-reaching health benefits. This is associated with so many.
Yeah, I mean, when we talk about vitamin D3, we're talking about an ingredient that when I first started my company in 1979, and one of the hallmarks of our multivitamins was we put extra vitamin D in. I got so much flack from doctors and experts, and yet here we are. The level of vitamin D that I put in my products back in 1979 is now the RDA. I always put a minimum of 1,000 in all my multivitamins. So at that time, and again, I wasn't going out on a limb. I wasn't taking a risk. I was reading the science. Just no one else was bothering to read the science. They were all delivering 200 or 400 IU. So unfortunately, vitamin D3 is one of those nutrients not available in even the healthiest diet, even the worst diet, not available in any diet, unfortunately. The only way you're getting vitamin D3 is if a food was fortified, basically a supplement, or if you're taking a supplement. What's great about vitamin D3, I could speak all day long about the potential benefits of vitamin D3 to just virtually every measure of long-term health. But usually, if you talk about something and lavish so much praise on it, it's usually really expensive. And what's exciting about vitamin D3, it's great to be in all the products we're talking about today. It's great to be talking about a product and have so many positive things to say about it, yet to be able to say that not only is this the lowest price it's ever been, this might be the lowest capsule cost I've ever had on any capsule I've ever made in the history of my company. That we're talking about less than 7 cents a capsule. Less than 7 cents a capsule, about 6 cents, about a nickel a capsule. I've seen empty capsules in health food stores, empty capsules that you could fill on your own that cost more than that. So it's just an incredible opportunity. 720 capsules, that's again, basically a 2-year supply. A 2-year supply at $49, that's about $2 a month. So again, in $2 a month. If you go to, I mean, even I think a plain coffee is about $2.
Yes, it is.
I think if you're going to get one of those fancy blended coffees, it's going to be about $5, $6, $7.
Sure.
That's 3 months of vitamin D.
Right.
And you could pick your potency, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. What I mentioned about vitamin D3 that most people don't realize, some people take vitamin D3 if they're going to take, say, 3,000 IU a day. I take about 4,000 IU a day. What they might opt to do is to take 10,000 IU twice a week.
Right.
So vitamin D3 is one of those vitamins that you could dose in that fashion. I like to dose it evenly, but a lot of times some folks will even go to their doctor because they can't find a vitamin D3 supplement that works for them.
Sure.
And their doctor maybe once a month will give them a shot of 50,000 IU.
Okay.
So again, with our vitamin D3, you should read the reviews. Like our K2 MK7, like our CalMag Intensive Care, it's a virtually perfectly reviewed product. Probably over 95% of the reviews are positive and over 90% are 5-star reviews. I think it's 4.8 stars or something like that. It's a vitamin D3 product that if you read the reviews, there's probably a few hundred that say, yeah, I tried every vitamin D product I could get my hands on.
Yeah.
My vitamin D level never changed. My doctor was worried. Finally, I decided, what the heck, I saw this guy in a blue shirt on TV. I thought I'd try his vitamin D, and lo and behold, it worked. And that's because every product we make, we test. We want to make sure that the vitamin D is in the product, it's bioavailable in the product, so it's going to benefit for you, going to be beneficial for you. What good is a product if it's not going to deliver the benefit that you seek? And even more importantly, if it's hard to swallow, if it upsets your stomach. I mean, why make a vitamin D tablet? I see these large vitamin D tablets that are 99.99% additives probably when you end up with a large vitamin D tablet, when it just needs to be a little tiny dosage form. Look at that size of that capsule, especially if you compare it to our calcium capsule.
Mini-me, look at it. It's
so,
tiny.
and that's a small capsule, or calcium capsule, but it gives you a sense of how tiny that vitamin D capsule is. Anybody could swallow it. And again, they all just contain an ultrafine powder, so it instantly is available. Because one thing you have to remember, you put a vitamin like D3 in a tablet, you put calcium or magnesium in a tablet, you basically created a rock, and you basically imprison that precious nutrient, that precious vitamin, or those precious minerals. You imprison them in that tablet, and the only way your body is going to get to use them is somehow if you liberate them. Meaning that you break down that tablet in its entirety, you take its very constituents and put them into solution. Not just break down the granules, but put them in solution. Otherwise, you just found out why those tablets so often don't benefit anyone. The only one they benefit are the companies selling them. If you're going to make a product that's going to be beneficial, the ideal way to go, the way consumers, the way the people who use them prefer them, is in a capsule. That's why even in pharmaceuticals, I get a kick out of it when I see it. They'll gelatin coat a tablet, and they'll call it a gel cap.
Right.
And just because they know that consumers prefer swallowing something that's a capsule.
Yeah.
What's interesting is I recently did a little bit of a water fast, and I do fast every once in a while. But while I was doing the water fast, I wanted to take like a little salt tablet just to make sure that I got the electrolytes I needed.
Yeah.
It was a tiny little tablet, but it was a tablet. I never take tablets. I couldn't swallow it. I just couldn't swallow a tablet. It just was flying around my mouth. It just was getting stuck in places. Meanwhile, with my capsules, I could take a handful of capsules, pop them in my mouth, swallow them with a tiny bit of water.
Yeah.
because I'm like you, capsules go down easy. Tablets are a nightmare. And if you think tablets are a nightmare in your mouth, imagine the nightmare of that rock in your stomach. That's why they cause an upset stomach. So again, our vitamin D, we'll talk about CalMag Intensive Care. We deliver it so it's going to give you all the benefits you seek and no problems.
We're not getting enough vitamin D. Wintertime, we're certainly not getting enough vitamin D. For many of us, we're not particularly active or as mobile as we used to be. For many of us, we don't step out of the house as much as we used to do. So it's important that we supplement our vitamin D, and this gives you the opportunity. Fantastic pricing. One last look, folks. $49 for the largest size is perhaps the lowest I have ever seen, and the best pricing in 40 years.
No, it's exactly. I've been making vitamin D, and I've been really a proponent of vitamin D because I've been reading the science that if you're not supplementing it, 80 to 100% of us are deficient or insufficient. It's a serious wake-up call, a serious alarm. But we have never had a price this low on vitamin D, where it's about 6 cents a capsule. So it's so affordable. Even if you get the 3,000 IU and just took 2 capsules a week, that is life-changing in terms of your vitamin D levels if you're not supplementing vitamin D. I think you should take it every day, but it's an opportunity to so affordably, even at 2 capsules a week, it becomes, what is that, a couple of pennies a day.
Absolutely.
So,
no money. No money.
Yep.
We've got a lot to do and only 5 minutes left. I know there's 5 today's specials, and even when Andrew and I are not here, you can go online at hsn.com. Let's talk about a foundational product, something we all need to have. If you've had a bad experience in the past, please reconsider. Andrew, your calcium magnesium product is not the rocks that we used to, the horse pills we used to. This is all natural, all pure, and easy on the stomach.
Yeah, we'll only have a couple of minutes on this. We'll just have a couple of minutes on this, a minute on women's wellness and a minute on prostate support. So if we can get a clock up there, it'd be good so people aren't surprised.
Yes,
we quickly ran out of time. I took too long doing our little tour around the factory. But our CalMag Intensive Care, I can sum it up pretty quickly. It gives you the calcium magnesium. When you put those in a rock hard tablet, you create a rock. It's a stone. What is a stone or a rock other than a dense mass of minerals? And that's what a tablet of calcium magnesium is. That's why it's hard to swallow. That's why it's difficult on your stomach. It's hard to dissolve. It doesn't necessarily deliver its benefits. We deliver it in a fashion, an ultrafine powder that's guaranteed gentle even to the most sensitive stomachs. So you get the benefits of calcium, the benefits of magnesium in a super soluble form, because if it's not soluble, it's not going to benefit you at all. And it's only going to cause problems with your digestive system and stomach. So again, it's an opportunity to get the calcium and magnesium we all need. When you combine it with vitamin K2 MK7, you know the calcium is going to your bones and not going elsewhere like your arteries. So it really is, and these products, the Today Special, it really is well planned in terms of the calcium magnesium intensive care that you need for a healthy skeleton, all of us, men and women. The vitamin D3 to ensure its absorption. Also, vitamin D3 has a relationship to virtually every system in our body, to our brain health, to our heart health. It's no system escapes the benefits of vitamin D3, and also the vitamin K2 MK7 that ensures that the calcium goes where it's supposed to go, stays where it's supposed to be to strengthen our bones and skeleton, while also ensuring that it's not depositing in our arteries and causing stiffening of our arteries, which is something we all want to avoid.
So definitely consider getting those two together, the vitamin K2 MK7 and of course our calcium magnesium. Pricing, just so you can see, 60 through 1,000. Very significant savings if you're ordering today. $69.90. Andrew mentioned it, but the 3, 2, 3, 4 of these today specials, you could buy all of them and still spend less than the normal retail value. So a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. Free shipping and flex pay available. You got to have a calcium product. You have to. And if yours is not, if yours is a rock hard tablet, it's already not as good as. We're going to head over this way. Andrew, so there's 3 of them.
And, and just quickly, in the last couple of minutes here, for men and women, for women, and as men and women get older, we each have our own set of issues.
Yes.
Women have to contend with something far more significant, perimenopause, menopause, the significant changes in how we feel, how a woman can feel based upon significant changes in hormones. Our Ultimate Women's Wellness, again, a virtually perfectly reviewed product in an area where you think people would be pretty demanding about how they would write their reviews. But I encourage you to read the reviews. If it's night sweats, interruptions of sleep, hot flashes, mood disruptions and disturbances, whatever it might be, our Ultimate Women's Wellness, it is our most comprehensive product to deal with that natural, normal transition that is natural and as normal as it can be, you know, for some women, horribly, horribly challenging. I've read the reviews, I've read the comments and letters I've received over the years, and it's one of my products that if reviews could bring tears to your eyes, many of these could. So it just can make a profound difference in an area that most women think it's, you know, there's nothing we could do.
And you, as we talked about, can expect to see a difference very quickly. And today, when you order, you have till the end of January, so plenty of time.
A matter of days to see a difference, but you have almost 2 months of a money-back guarantee, so it's the perfect time to try it. And then our last today's special, giving some equal time to the men. As I always say, men tend to be sort of blissfully ignorant about their bodies and health issues and things like that. But one thing that men do discover as they get older is that they have a prostate. And they discover they have a prostate because of its relationship to their bladder. And the cause, what they experience, is the urgency of the experience at night. So again, both our Ultimate Women's Wellness and our prostate support, best pricing ever. Prostate support, only 1 capsule is all you need. And that urgency at night, the relationship of the bladder and the prostate, it will make them friends once again. So you won't be waking up in the middle of the night with the same degree of urgency as you did in the past.
Well, that is it for our show this afternoon. Andrew, you're back at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. for all of the last airings of the Today Specials. The vitamin K2 and the vitamin D3 are getting kind of scarce, so be aware of that.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for taking the tour with us. Here's Lincoln and Marcel to say goodbye as well. Hi guys, live from Henderson, Nevada. Good afternoon, everybody. See you tonight.